snow-clad mountain peaks across. We are able to see Syozdhar, Kaplash Kund, and here we are on Subardhar, where we are paying our reverence to the ancient serpent deity Subarnag. It is 700-year-old temple, and worship is going on at this day, one day before Vaishakhi. And here I see the sacred trees in the vicinity of Subarnag temple. Here we have Cotoneaster basilaris, locally called a rue. New leaves are about to come because it's located at 8,000 feet elevation. So still it is very cold here. So bud burst has taken place, but fully developed leaves are missing on this tree, which looks to be more than 70 years old, with so many stems from the ground. And this is a Rosaceae family tree, Cotoneaster basilaris. Same tree we also find at Jodia Mata temple in Bani area. So this tree is sacred here and it is worshipped. As we see, the red colored cloth is also fastened on one of the trunk of this Cotoneaster basilaris. If we move a little behind, then we find another sacred tree. This is Himalayan yew, Texas contorta or Texas valiciana. It's a very old tree. It appears 200 to 300 year old tree. Might be more than 300 years old. So the trunks, two trunks are coming from the ground and the foliage is still green. But another Texas that is dried up. And this Texas valiciana is locally called as Burmi Rook. And underneath, at the base of the sacred tree, sacred Himalayan yew, we find so many Trishul tridents, which are in reverence of Lord Shiva and the Subarnag deity. So this tree is also under reverence and it is held very sacred. So we see these are the age-old traditions where the places of worship have also the associated trees. Some are held very sacred, which are very near to the sanctum sanctorum. But behind we see the lush green deodar forest, Cedrus deodara, which itself is the name for the tree of gods. This is aromatic conifer tree and it is very dense Cedrus deodara forest. And if we look toward the understory, on the ground floor we find the bushes of Bivernum grandiflorum, locally called as Tand, Tiundi or Telda. So even the flush of new leaves have come up, but still they are in flowering at this stage. And worship of Subarnag temple, the one day before Vaishakhi, is very auspicious. The people from Chinta village and the surrounding Manava village and throughout Bhadrava and even far-flung locations from Jammu and Udhampur, people congregate. So people put up the community langars where the halwa, prasad is offered to the deity and also distributed among the devotees. So this is the traditional annual yatra, which commences in the morning of one day before Vaishakhi. And here we have the langar program and so many village shops also, some sweets and some other articles, toys, they have been displaced. But these two trees are very sacred Cotoneaster bacillaris, rue, and the Taxus wallichiana Burmese, which is called Thuner or Dhanu Briksh in Hindi, and it is also known as Postul in Kashmiri language. And this particular tree is also the source of anti-cancerous Taxol. Now we have the synthetic drug paclitaxel. So this particular tree has male and female trees separate, and male trees produce only pollen, whereas the female trees have the red colored aril, which is edible. And even earlier days the bark of this yew Burmese was used as tea substitute, but here this tree is sacred in the name of Subarnag. So see, these are the leaves on the trunk. The trunk is old, very old, and these are the tridents at the base. And here we see the obeisance, and local people, they are cooking prasad, sacred halwa for the deity. All around surrounding we have so many medicinal plants. Also mountains are still clad with snow, and these are the devotees who have thronged to the Subarnag temple this morning. As per tradition, also they have the twigs of Skimmia lariola, Serunduli, and Rhododendron campanulatum, and even Vidyarthi grandiflora fossil in reverence to the local god Subarnag. These are the village shops, and a kind of mela is being organized here along with this annual holy yatra Subarnag. Even ponies for transportation of men and materials. These horses as burdens, beast of burden, used for transportation of men and materials. And here we see we have the very lofty green Cedrus deodara trees, and then this is Spruce, Picea morinda. Even few trees are blue pine also. This is blue pine, long standing one, Pinus wallichiana. Then we have Taxus wallichiana, Himalayan yew, and then the almost leafless stump. This trunk is of Prunus pedis, popularly known as bird cherry. Locally it is named as Parath in Gojri language. This is wild crop relative of Prunus fruits, Prunus carnuta. Because the fruits and twigs, they have very horn-like abnormal growths which resemble horns, so it has been named as Prunus carnuta. There is long queue of all the devotees who want to pay their obeisance to the serpent deity as Subarnag. Here we see the bushes of Viburnum grandiflorum. Flowering is over, and after flowering we are able to see the leaves. They are coming up. Still, it is a cold time. Still, winter has not gone completely. So there are so many new bushes also which are coming up. This is Veronica melicifolia, and this is the very old tree of Taxus wallichiana, locally called as Burmi or Thunir or Dhanu Briksh, Himalayan yew. Taxus wallichiana, Taxus cantata. So we see some twigs are having the leaves. It has lived its life and almost in a very degraded state, but the symbol of reverence for the devotees, where they have put up many tridents at the base, and this is the main temple. And here we find many flowers which are very medicinal flowers. This is the violet, Viola odorata. So all these flowers are Habanapsha, Viola odorata. We have Viola canescens in the lower Jammu hills around Mansar, but since this location is at 8,000 feet elevation, so here we find Viola odorata. Even another species, Viola bitumicifolia, is also there. As you see, the devotees who have come to pay their obeisance to the Subarnag temple. So this is another dried up Taxus wallichiana, and that is still green. This has lived its life. And this is the Cotoneaster basilaris. And underneath, beside the Cotoneaster basilaris yew tree, we see the long queue of women, ladies, and new flush of leaves have also appeared on the shores. Here we see another dried up Cotoneaster basilaris. No, not completely dried up, basically leafless. So new leaves are coming up. Here it is Jangli Palak, Rumex nepalensis. It's edible. And we also see Marubium vulgare. We just encountered a few bushes of Marubium vulgare, and the common grass which we are able to see on the mountain slopes here. This is Gudghas or Stipa sibirica. So this has also been used by the local shopkeepers who are busy in preparing different kinds of edibles. Some jalebi, and then pakodi, and then even fruits, cucumber is there, and the kids' toys. Here is the langar, and you see the mountain range still in clad with snow. And if we see this side, then we have popcorns and other eatables for the students, kids, visitors. But here unique thing is, you see, this is the dense growth of Viola odorata, and this is Cedrus deodara, Devdar tree. We have the Cercium wallichii also underneath. This is spiny thistle, and butterflies also, cabbage butterflies, they are in abundance here. We have some grasses also, poa species. Even butterflies are in abundance there. And this is the trident, and across we are able to see Kalash Kund and Sioidhar, and that is the city of Bhadrava. And all around we have the dense deodar forests. So at this summit, we could see 4 or 5 sacred trees associated with Subarnag. 2 trees of Taxus wallichiana, now one is dried up, but one is still green. And 2 trees of Cotoneaster vacillaris, they are both green. New bud burst has taken place. But there is also another bird cherry, Prunus carnuta, nearby. And many trees of Himalayan yew nearby, along with dense crop of Citrus deodara. And some palatable grasses including beeren grass, that is Chrysopagon fulvus and Chrysopagon gryllus. But stipa grass is more prominent. And this is the main temple where we paid our obeisance in the morning. And now people are waiting for the famous Dhaku dance, also known as Kudu dance, that will take place at the height of 8,000 feet after 2 hours.